It started simply enough. I logged into my PayPal account, ready to make a purchase. As I went to select my debit card, a wave of confusion washed over me. PayPal had categorized my debit card as a credit card. This wasn't a minor glitch. This was the beginning of a frustrating saga. At first, I dismissed it as a simple error, easily fixed. A quick call to customer service, I thought, and all would be well. Oh, how naive I was. Little did I know this seemingly small misclassification would snowball into a frustrating and time-consuming ordeal, exposing the cracks in PayPal's customer service system. This wasn't just about a mislabeled card. This was about feeling unheard, disregarded, and trapped in a system that seemed designed to deflect responsibility. This was about the audacity of a multi-billion-dollar company failing to provide even the most basic level of competent customer service. This was my story. I remember standing at the counter, trying to pay a bill, only to have my payment rejected. The embarrassment was palpable as the line behind me grew impatient. A simple misunderstanding had turned into a public spectacle. If only someone had listened, truly listened, this could have been avoided. Listening to customers isn't just good practice. It's essential to prevent such issues. The initial wave of confusion quickly morphed into frustration as I realized the extent of the problem. My ability to use my own money was suddenly restricted. Simple transactions became impossible. I was stuck. Hours were spent on hold, listening to the same generic hold music on repeat. Each unanswered ring felt like a nail in the coffin of my patience. Emails sent to customer support disappeared into a void, met with automated responses devoid of any real solutions. The more time I spent trying to rectify this seemingly simple error, the more I realized the magnitude of PayPal's systemic failure. It wasn't just a technical glitch, it was a disregard for their users' time and a blatant lack of respect for their customers' experiences. Talking to PayPal's customer service felt like navigating a labyrinth blindfolded. Each representative I spoke to offered a different explanation, a new set of instructions, yet none brought me closer to a solution. I was transferred from department to department, my problem tossed around like a hot potato. With each transfer came the same script, the same questions, and the same empty promises of resolution. It was a dehumanizing cycle of repetition. The frustration was compounded by the constant need to re-explain my issue, recounting the same details repeatedly to a seemingly endless parade of disinterested representatives. Each interaction left me feeling more unheard, my frustration mounting with each passing moment. I felt like I was trapped in a Kafkaesque nightmare, forced to repeat myself endlessly to an uncaring entity. Each interaction with customer service only served to highlight the absurdity of the situation. The representatives, reading from their scripted responses, offered no real solutions, only apologies that rang hollow and promises of escalation that never materialized. I was lost in a sea of automated responses and generic platitudes, my voice lost in the digital void. The experience left me feeling utterly powerless, my voice drowned out by the indifference of a corporation that seemed more concerned with protecting its bottom line than addressing the needs of its users. My story, it seemed, was just one among countless others, lost in the abyss of PayPal's broken system. The consequences of this misclassification extended far beyond mere inconvenience. It began to impact my life in tangible ways, creating financial strain and taking a toll on my mental well-being. Bills piled up, payments were delayed, and the stress of the situation began to seep into every aspect of my life. The constant worry, the endless phone calls, and the feeling of utter helplessness began to weigh heavily on my mind. The emotional toll was undeniable. The anger, the frustration, the sheer exhaustion of fighting an uphill battle against a faceless corporation, it all took its toll. This wasn't just about a mislabeled card anymore. It was about the impact this ordeal had on my life, my well-being, my sense of security. Section 6, a plea for empathy. We deserve better, PayPal. PayPal, it's time to acknowledge the human cost of your negligence. Your users are not just numbers on a spreadsheet, we are individuals with lives, responsibilities, and emotions. We deserve better than to be treated as mere transactions, our concerns dismissed and our problems ignored. It's time to move beyond scripted responses and generic apologies. We demand empathy, understanding, and a genuine commitment to resolving the issues you create. We deserve a customer service experience that is efficient, effective, and above all, human. This isn't just about me, it's about every single user who has been caught in the web of your indifference. It's about demanding accountability and advocating for a system that prioritizes people over profits, empathy over efficiency. Section 7. Fair compensation, acknowledging the tangible impact of incompetence. The time I wasted, the stress I endured, the financial repercussions I faced, these are not merely abstract concepts, they are real, tangible consequences of PayPal's systemic failures. And they deserve to be acknowledged, not just with empty apologies, but with fair compensation. The audacity of profiting from a system that consistently fails its users is astounding. PayPal, you have a moral obligation to right your wrongs and provide tangible restitution for the inconvenience, stress, and financial burden you have inflicted upon your loyal users. Fair compensation is not simply about putting a price tag on inconvenience. It's about acknowledging the very real impact your actions have on the lives of your users. It's about taking responsibility for your mistakes and demonstrating a genuine commitment to making things right. Section 8. A call to action demanding change, one voice at a time. This is a call to action, not just for PayPal, but for all of us. We, the users, need to demand better. We need to hold corporations accountable for their actions and demand a higher standard of customer service. We must refuse to be silenced, ignored, or dismissed. Share your stories. Amplify your voices. Let us collectively break through the wall of corporate indifference and demand the respect and dignity we deserve as customers. Our voices, combined, have the power to effect real change. Let us not underestimate the power of collective action. By sharing our experiences, amplifying our voices, and demanding better, we can create a wave of change that cannot be ignored. Our stories, our struggles, our demands for a better system, they all matter. Section 9. Towards a better future, hope for accountability and improved systems. I want to believe that change is possible. I want to believe that companies like PayPal can evolve, can learn from their mistakes, and can prioritize the needs of their users. I want to believe in a future where customer service is defined by empathy, efficiency, and a genuine desire to help. This experience, though incredibly frustrating, has ignited a fire within me. It has empowered me to speak up, to demand better, and to fight for a future where corporations are held accountable for their actions and where customer service truly means serving the customer. Our voices, our stories, our collective action, these are the seeds of change. Let us plant them firmly, nurture them with our persistence, and watch as they blossom into a future where corporations prioritize people over profits and where customer service is no longer an oxymoron.